everyone. We're here today. We're super excited to sit down with Vlatko Andonovski. Many Reign fans may know him as the coach who broke our hearts for 2 seasons, but we're excited today to just really learn a little bit more about the new mastermind behind the Seattle Reign team and roster. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I guess we'll start off by asking, what was it really about Seattle that drew you here this year?
I don't think I can pinpoint one thing that was really a reason why I came here, but there's so many good things. Even when I was in Kansas City, there were so many good things that I liked about Seattle as a team and Seattle Reign as an organization, and Seattle as a city as well. I mean, from the organizational standpoint, logistical support, team, talent, structure, city, the support from the community. There's so many things that when the offer came, it made perfect sense for me.
Let's talk about the Reign this year a little bit. The roster looks a lot different than last year so far. What has been your thinking and what's really gone into how you're constructing the roster for this season?
Obviously, every coach has a different approach to the game, and myself, I have a certain philosophy that is not very different from the philosophy that this organization has. So, which made my decision to come here a little bit easier, and also I have a vision and style of play that I want to maintain and that I believe in. So when I look at it and I look at the roster, sometimes I feel like there are players that may not quite fit into it, or that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not good players. This team has always had great players, but I also looked at players outside of this team, outside of this club, that I believe that could fit in well with what I have in mind.
And fans who have followed the league know that previous years Kansas City did have a pretty similar style to how the Reign played, but you mentioned your style of play. Talk a little bit about what are the elements behind how you like to play the game?
Yes, I've explained this before, that it's in simple. I like the AAA, what we call, actually I started calling in the coaching staff in the previous club, we started calling the AAA style of play, which is attacking, aggressive, and attracting soccer. So we want to be attacking. I want the team that I coach to be attacking minded and based on possession. And I want to be aggressive when we lose possession of the ball, and be able to regain possession as soon as possible. And everything that we do, I want to do it in an attractive fashion. So when players come, when fans come to the game, I want them to enjoy it. I want him to leave the game, regardless of the result, happy with what they saw. So with that being said, I think that we have the potential with this team to be able to establish the style of game play.
I read an interview last year that you gave where you talked a little bit as well, when you were talking about your coaching philosophy, that you see players as artists and warriors. Can you tell, for those who are watching, what you mean a little bit more by that?
You see, it's when I'm putting when I put the team together, one of the first things that I want to do is define the roles of the players, and it is very important that the players understand the roles and responsibilities. And when we have players doing the role that are given and accepting the role, then we can see the best out of them. It is extremely important that when they accept the role, they do it the best in their ability. So with the artists and warriors in particular, every player has to first and foremost adjust to the team, but also the team needs to be able to adjust to the players. So if we have someone like Megan Rapinoe, for instance, pure artist. I mean, yes, we do have a good structured environment that as coach or coaching staff are we're gonna set or put together, but we don't want to take the creativity out of Megan Rapinoe. We want her to be able to use her creativity in within that structure environment. So now, as coaches and players, we got to be able to accept her the way she is, because that's how we're gonna get the best out of Megan Rapinoe. And same thing with Fishlock. Jess Fishlock is a true warrior. I mean, she's gonna go to battle against anyone, anywhere, anytime. You know, probably one of the best players in the world. And just because she's not artist doesn't mean that she's not a good player. I mean, she's a player that any coach would want to have on the team, but she will do what it takes for Megan Rapinoe to be the best. She'll do whatever it takes for Ali Long to be the best. So that's the mentality that we gotta have as a team or individual players, that the warriors need to accept the role of the warriors, and the artists have to be able to provide or change the game with one move, with one idea, in order to be those artists, so we can accept them the way they are.
It sounds so easy in concept, but I know that it's not always easy to get people to accept roles, especially when they're not the artist or they're really supporting people on the team. How do you get that out of players?
Most importantly is, I believe that they need to see that we want what's best for the team, but we care about the individuals. We're going to do whatever it takes for the individuals to be the best. And I think that we spend a lot of time on individual development along the way with the team development.
So we're going to have a little fun now, mix it up, and I'm going to ask you just a series of rapid fire questions, and you can answer the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Some soccer related, some not. My first question, and this is a pretty controversial one, do you think that pineapple belongs on pizza or not?
No. Absolutely not. Where I come from, pineapple doesn't go on pizza.
Dogs or cats for you?
Dogs.
Okay. Favorite band?
I'll go with U2.
Okay. Favorite food?
Food, Italian.
Italian. Do you have a favorite coach you've worked with or played for?
It's one of my youth coaches that I played for, but favorite coach in the world is Pepe Guardiola.
Do you have a player that's inspired you the most, either that you've played with or coached?
I'll go with Lauren Cheney. Her career on and off the field is inspiring, not just for soccer players, coaches, or soccer fans. It's inspiring for anyone that knows her.
Certainly. Favorite place you've traveled to?
Seattle.
All right, good answer. If you could have one superpower, what would you choose?
Ooh, that is a tough one. There's so many things that I would want to do. I guess read people's minds.
You're scaring me with that one. How many cups of coffee do you drink? This is an important one for Seattle in a day.
I started with, I was not a coffee drinker at all. Started with one in Kansas City. I'm already at 2 in Seattle.
You may be more by the end of the season.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it will grow.
Speaking of Kansas City, has your experience there eating barbecue just ruined it for every other city you're going to visit?
Yes, Kansas City barbecue, #1, no question.
How about, what has been your proudest coaching moment?
Proudest coaching moment? Winning the championship in 2015.
It hurt, but we're excited to maybe have that here.
The first one was fun and it was hard. The second one was even harder. I'm sorry that I have to say this.
Well, speaking of that, my last question, would you rather have the NWSL Shield or the NWSL Championship?
Championship for sure. If we were competing in Europe, Shield, which is the same thing. In Europe, Shield and Championship, pretty much same thing. So here, Championship, no question.
Well, you heard it, Reign fans. We're excited to try and bring it in 2018, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. You survived the rapid fire questions.
Thank you.